good to see you. My name is Rachel Aflleje. I'm so glad to be here. Hello. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I'll start at childhood. That's what my therapist recommends. Growing up, I had an emo phase. Anyone else? Hell yeah, my people. And the rest of you had dads, I think? Congratulations on your fathers. That's very exciting. I did not get a dad, but I did get an emo phase, and it fell at a really convenient time in history, in the early 2000s. Yeah, right before smartphones came out. So there's no photos. There's no video. The only evidence that my emo phase ever happened is that today, at 31 years old, I'm still really good at Dance Dance Revolution. Yeah, Captain Jack comes on. I'm like Fiona from Shrek when the sun goes down. Yeah, I'm like, oh no, you weren't supposed to see me like this. I spent a lot of time in bowling alleys, is what I'm saying. If you know, you know. If you don't, you should call your dad. Growing up, I was also medically fragile. That's dramatic. I had exercise-induced asthma. Yeah. Some of you are looking at me like, you look like you have exercise-induced asthma. She don't move much. You're not wrong, okay? Doctor said it's bad for me, so protect your peace. Look, it's not it's not the worst thing in the world, but it did make PE really traumatic for me as a child. I still have nightmares about the day the PE teacher was like, and today we're gonna run the mile. Yeah, and I remember being like, can I run into traffic instead? That honestly sounds better. It's fucked up. They'd make you do the fitness gram pacer test. It's a multi-tiered, blah, 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 blah. And then I have to go do algebra right after that? That's fucked up. What other job you can't do that. That's not the real world. It's messed up. And I am a big lady. I'm a big lady, and that's okay. We got big people here tonight. Where you at? Hell yeah, I see you. Self-identified. The rest of you, we can see you. You might be sweaty, but you're not slick, okay? It's great. I am big. Sometimes people will say things to me because I'm a big person. I'll talk about my size, and they'll go, you're not fat, you're beautiful. And I'm like, you're a bad listener. Okay, it's not what I said. I know I'm beautiful, okay? I'm not a Victoria's Secret model, but I am a dive bar 10. Yeah, I can't walk into a gas station without leaving feeling better about myself, okay? If I run into your man at the laundromat, it's over. Are you hearing me? I know my lane. It's affordable, okay? You can use food stamps there. Everyone's very nice. It's great. I like being big. I work with children for a living. It's what I do for my day job. Thank you so much. It is a fantastic job. I teach 5th grade. Yeah. I used to teach 2nd grade, but then I woke up one day and I was like, how can I make this job worse? Puberty, that's how. Oh my God. It's nothing but bad attitudes and bad body odor. And the kids are there too. I keep a drawer full of deodorant in my classroom. It's mostly for when I forget to put on my deodorant. It's fantastic. 5th graders, they'll hit you with some crazy insults, though. You got to be humble to teach 5th grade, right? Because they'll hit you with insults that don't even really make sense. I had a kid come up to me. He said, hey, Miss Aflleje, why you built like a rhombus? What does that even mean? I have equal and opposite sides? Are you trying to hurt my feelings? I'll probably still cry about it at lunch. Thank you so much. One time I was feeling real fancy. I curled my hair, and I came to work. One of my students, he was like, has anyone ever told you, you kind of look like Benjamin Franklin? Honestly, I was just proud he knew who that was, to be honest. The bars and the skibbity toilet. It's great. It's fantastic. 5th graders are weird, too. You ask them very normal questions, and they don't know how to talk like a normal person. I asked a 5th grader, I said, hey, man, what do you want to do when you grow up? He looked at me and he said, when I grow up, I want to sell feet pics. I did not know what to do, my friends. I didn't know what to do, okay? And if you're looking at me right now, you don't know what feet pics are, don't Google it, okay? There's a paywall, save your money. I didn't know how to... That's a thinker right there. I didn't know how to engage in that conversation, though, without catching a charge, right? Not today, buddy. And he could tell he made me uncomfortable because he did change the subject. He said, I don't really want to sell feet pics. When I grow up, I want to be a professional basketball player. And I was like, that's awesome. You're 4 feet tall, okay? Maybe we should reconsider the feet pics, okay? You're an entrepreneur. You could carry on the family business because your mom's a hoe. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. It's great. My school recently rolled up to middle school, too, so we have 6th graders and 7th graders in the house now. That changes things a little bit, right? One of my former students came to my classroom. He was like, Miss Aflleje, I'm so upset. I got in trouble. They're calling my grandma. And I was like, what'd you do? He was like, I was just reading a book on my computer. And I was like, okay, what was the book? It was a little book called The Great Masturbator. It's about fishing, okay? It's The Great Masturbator. There's an author out there who hates teachers, okay? He's written 3 books that all sound raunchy and look innocent as hell, okay? The Great Masturbator is a beautiful children's story about fishing. There's also Dee's Big Nuts. Dee is a cute little squirrel who has nuts that are too big. She needs some help. My favorite, though, is the 3rd one, which is called Who Will Help Jack Off the Horse? He said that to me, and I was like, are you kidding? And he goes, he's stuck. He can't get down. Honestly, to me, it sounds like a 2-man job, if we're being honest. I don't think one person can help Jack off that horse, okay? So stupid. I don't have any children of my own because I'm a woman with infertility. That's pretty exciting, right? Hold your applause. Finding out you have infertility as an adult is really interesting because my first thought was, oh my God, this would have been valuable information to have when I was in high school, right? Finding out you have infertility in high school is like having a superpower. Are you kidding me? You get to walk through the halls like, what? I can't get pregnant? Oh no. And then everyone wants to go to prom. It's not fair. They're not matching that energy when you're 30 years old, okay? Let me tell you. And I don't have normal infertility. I actually can get pregnant, but my body came with an automatic eject button up in here, right? Kronk lives in my uterus, and he is pulling the wrong lever every time. Do you understand? Yeah, my shit's like a Venus flytrap. Don't look at her, she'll get you. And if you're not laughing right now, you're not helping me heal, and that is rude. I did learn a lot about myself through the process, though. Like, I have ADHD, so I learned that much like me, my body will start a project. And then after a few weeks, she's like, actually, never mind, I've moved on. You know what they say, the apple doesn't grow on the tree. It's a messed up tree. Did you know that when trees produce no fruit, they call them ornamental? Isn't that beautiful? And me, when I produce no fruit, I'm making everyone uncomfortable at Thanksgiving. Or this comedy show, whatever. Even though pregnancy didn't work out for me, though, I did decide to gain the recommended 25 to 35 pounds anyway. Yeah, dress for the job you want. That's what they say, right? It's great. And I have decided that if by some miracle I do have a child someday, I'm going to name him Harry Potter. Yeah, because he will be the boy who lived. Anyways, you guys handled that well. Good job. Sometimes people get uncomfortable. Can you believe that? One time I was telling those jokes, this woman didn't know what to do. She was so uncomfortable. She stood up in the middle of the room and she goes, "Too soon!" And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what a miscarriage is. Good job. Common definition. It's literally the whole thing. It's great. You guys are cool. We can change the subject, though. We can talk about something else. I went to the state fair this year. That was pretty cool. Yeah, while I was there, I learned a cool animal fact. Did you know that rabbits have an average gestation of about 30 days? That's crazy, right? That means they're only pregnant for a month. I saw that and I was like, oh my God. Me too, wow. We're not so different, you and me. I tricked you, it was another miscarriage joke. Watch out, they're everywhere. Look under your chairs. I'm kidding. It's bloody. Ah. No, I'm kidding. You guys are cool. Are we into astrology? You guys like astrology here? Hell yeah, 4 of you. I don't get it. To be honest, it's too much to keep track of. But I really admire people who love astrology because they will use that to justify everything. Right? They'll find out their neighbor is hiding bodies in the basement and they're on the news like, yeah, he seemed pretty normal, but he's a Gemini. That's kind of what they do. It's beautiful. I want that kind of freedom in my life. I'm an Aries. That excuses me from some things, but not everything. So I've just started lying. I'm whatever sign gets me out of this situation. Yeah, I got pulled over. The cop was like, "Ma'am, did you know you're speeding?" And I was like, no. I'm a Taurus. A Ford Taurus. That's a really stupid joke. But I have been working on this new superpower where I can look at someone and within 3 guesses, I can guess your astrological sign based just on the way you look. Right? Pretty cool. I will be going on a magic tour in 2025. You can get your tickets now. Can I practice a little bit? Is that okay? Do I have any volunteers up in the front? Okay, okay, ma'am. You beautiful. You look great. To me, you look like a Capricorn. Are you serious? Yeah. Wow. I'm good. Happy Thanksgiving. Capricorn sounds like a Thanksgiving one. Okay, who's next? All right, sir. To me, you look like a Leo, Gemini, Cancer, Sagittarius. Oh, Cancer? Man, I'm good. All right, one more. Sir, can I guess you? Okay, to me, you got the hat and the shirt. To me, you kind of look like a problem. Am I close? No, you're a Scorpio, Sagittarius. What? Oh my God. I never get it right. This is crazy. The real magic trick is 1 in every 12 times I'll get it right. The stars have aligned today. I was doing this recently and there's a woman in the front row. She's like, "It's literally my birthday today." And I was like, that actually doesn't help me. I am so stupid. I'll leave you with one more joke. I am a teacher. I told you guys I'm a teacher. In order to get that job, I did have to get my master's degree. So I did that recently. That's pretty exciting. You think that would make me a smart person. But I also recently blew on a jalapeno to try to cool it down. Yeah, someone was like, "Careful, it's hot." I was like, "Don't worry, I got this." Didn't help. Turns out all that master's degree gets you is a whole lot of debt. And they make you keep it. I checked. And the Supreme Court double checked. It's cool. If you didn't know, though, comedy is a very male-dominated field, right? Women are working really hard to take up space in this community. So every time I get on stage is an honor and a blessing, and I'm very excited. One time I told that joke, though, and after I got off stage, a male comedian was like, "You should know better than that. You shouldn't talk about your master's degree on stage because it's not relatable. Which is rude because the joke's barely about my master's degree. It's actually mostly about me being stupid. And I think that's very relatable. I've taught the youth, okay? I see what's out there. And second of all, my master's degree is no less relatable than all of your dick jokes, right? Yeah. So suck on my master's degree, you know? You know what they say, dicks are like master's degrees. Get that thing out of my face. I wish you'd shut up about it. Why did you frame it? What is going on? It's true, the more you think about it, the more it's true. If you shake it more than 3 times, you're just playing with it. Sometimes they come with a fancy hood. That's graphic. But most of all, it was really hard at the time. But now that it's over, I barely remember it. My name is Rachel Aflleje. Thank you so much.